Hello and happy Tuesday, friends. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're enjoying this holiday season. Last year during this time, I was pregnant, and I remember telling myself that, you know, I want to enjoy all of the homemade treats this year. I was going through the holidays away from family without any alcohol. I deserved some guilt free sugar. You know what I mean? Anyway, I gave myself a lot of just permission last year to not stress about the calories or stress about working out the next day in order to burn off the pumpkin bread. I really tried my best to not stress about stuff like that while pregnant because I didn't want that stress to go to the baby. Do you guys ever watch? Have you watched Schitt's Creek? I'm on a big kick right now, and that's how Moira says baby, bebe. Anyway, I've been thinking, why is it so much easier to give ourselves grace while pregnant, but then right after having the baby, there's all this internal pressure to lose the baby weight, and that grace that I gave myself while I was pregnant is pretty much gonzo. Why do we do that to ourselves? And I'm not going to sit here and blame society because I don't believe in that BS narrative. I'm so sick of people blaming society for all of their issues and problems. Because here's the thing, I could totally read all of the articles about the massive pressure there is to bounce back right after baby and fuel my frustration. And I could also go and find just as many articles about the importance of being pregnant and importance of being patient with your body after baby and giving yourself lots of time and patience and grace, right? What you fill your mind with, whether that's on social media or what you Google and articles that you choose to read, that's on you. So stop blaming society, okay? Perhaps you don't feel the internal pressure to get your pre-baby body back, and you're maybe a more elevated person than I am, but I've just been thinking about this. So I wanted to do a podcast episode later all about body positivity after baby, but I guess I'm still working through that in my head, so that will be later down the road. The topic that I wanted to talk to you all about today is body positivity whilst pregnant. And I'll just say, for me, it was almost easier to be positive about my body changing and getting bigger during pregnancy because I had this mantra of, you know what? This is what my body needs to look like in order to have a healthy baby. And I held that mindset for 9 months. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't always super easy, and I did struggle a little bit, but for the most part, I did my best to have a healthy mentality around my body. Some of you have reached out about this topic, and I want you to know that I really don't want to minimize the struggle it is to be positive about your body changing while pregnant because it is real. The struggle is real. Your boobs hurt, your back hurts, your feet hurt, there's cellulite and stretch marks in new places. It's just such a magical time. Um, but I definitely think some women do struggle more than others. That's for sure. So we have to, just realize that. So if you're out there, you're listening, you're pregnant, and you're in the thick of it, this is for you. So I put together 5 specific things that I did to stay positive during pregnancy. And I'm just going to add positivity during a positive pregnancy during a pandemic pregnancy, because that's an added challenge, right? We're home more, we have more time to sit and think about crap. It just is just an added challenge, I think. So here we go. The first thing I did, I made sure to move my body a little bit every day. It doesn't have to be at the gym. I know a lot of gyms are closed right now. Just going outside and moving outside. I did my best to listen to what I needed, whether that was mentally, physically. I really tried to just go inside, ask myself, what do I need today? Some days that was lifting, some days that was running, some days it was a walk. Moving and getting outside actually really helped with my morning sickness too. And I've never really heard anyone talk about this, so I thought I would mention it just for anyone that cares. But yeah, if I started to feel sick, I would go outside for a little walk or a run, and it really helped my morning sickness. I needed that fresh air. I needed to get out of like the stale air in my apartment or something. Did I want to go for a run outside? Not really, but you just got to do it, Nike style, just do it. The second thing I did is I never weighed myself. I don't have a scale. When I went to my OB appointments, I asked to not see my weight. I told my doctor to, let me know if there was anything I needed to worry about, if I was gaining too much or not enough, which, of course, she would let me know. Having that number out of my mind gave me so much peace. And I'll do the same thing for my next baby, too. Number 3, doing my best to eat a healthy, balanced diet. Everything was fair game when it came to food while I was pregnant. I ate what my body craved, and in the first trimester, I ate, honestly, just what didn't make me sick, which were foods like I would have toast with butter on it in the morning, and I would dip it in orange juice. That's like the only thing I wanted. I know that sounds weird, like a weird pregnancy craving, but it's actually something I used to do as a kid. I don't know. All my siblings used to do it. It's just this weird Kelly quirk. But if you want to try it, it is so good. Dipping your toast in orange juice. So good. Anyway, I did my best to be really kind to myself around food. And I would make sure to meet my nutritional needs, like I would have my green smoothies. I would try to make a yummy salmon dinner. It wasn't always something that I wanted. Like, honestly, I just wanted pizza and Chick-fil-A, but I don't know. I was like just trying to balance it out. You know what I mean? Have a salad, but then also have some ice cream. Balance, right? So number 4, I surrounded myself with body positivity. I made sure to only follow women on social media that celebrated the weight gain that comes with being pregnant, because I felt like that really helped my mentality, and it would remind me that, yes, this is what happens when you have a baby. You gain weight, and that's okay. That's part of having a healthy baby. So just having that constant reminder was really, really helpful for me. Number 5 is gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. This will give perspective to anyone that needs it. When I would start to stress about, the added cellulite or stretch marks, or that my necklace is fitting tighter than it used to, like weird things like that would really stress me out. I would get out my journal and I would write out everything I'm grateful for. Gratitude will always pull me out of a funk. A few episodes ago, I talked about toxic positivity and how I don't buy into the whole toxic positivity idea. And I have a few new thoughts when it comes to this, because I'm kind of understanding now what toxic positivity really is. Toxic positivity is when you have a friend that says to you, I'm really struggling with my body image during this pregnancy. And then all you say back is, you just need to be grateful, and sort of minimize what your friend might be feeling. And that's really not where I'm coming from at all. And, if we were sitting down over some decaf coffee and a friend said that to me, that she was struggling, I would do my best to empathize and really listen. And, if she wanted some advice, I would offer it. But I think it's important to not be toxic in that way, to just be like, you just need to be grateful. I would never want someone to feel like I wasn't listening or that I was offering toxic positivity, because that's never my goal. My goal is to simply tell you little things that helped me through a tough situation, in hopes that it can give some clarity in your day. There are so many different fears and stressors that show up during a pregnancy, especially during a pandemic. I just think it's important to talk about them, and if it helps to share I feel like it helps to share what has helped us in the past, because maybe you'll share something that someone else needs, and that's all this podcast really is. So to sum up, the 5 things that helped me during my pregnancy, during my pandemic pregnancy body positivity journey were: number 1, move my body every day. Number 2, never weigh myself. Number 3, eat a healthy and balanced diet. Green smoothie in one hand, cookie dough in the other. Yes, I ate cookie dough during my pregnancy. Okay, no judgy. Number 4, surround myself with body positivity on social media. Number 5, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Okay, that's it for today, everybody. I love ya. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't yet, make sure to leave a 5-star review, share this with a friend, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you for listening to Purdy Girl Podcast. If you have a second, please rate and review and share this podcast with somebody you think would love it. See you next week.